Have you ever pondered the importance of electronic warfare in modern military operations? Electronic warfare, or EW, is a multifaceted domain of military technology and tactics that harnesses the power of electromagnetic energy to gain a strategic edge in various military operations. It's like a high-stakes chess game played on the electromagnetic spectrum, where victory can hinge on who has the upper hand in controlling, exploiting, or defending this invisible battlefield. EW is not just about flashy gadgetry or high-tech weaponry, it's a complex interplay of capabilities and activities, a triad, if you will, that consists of electronic support, electronic attack, and electronic protection. Each facet is integral to the whole, working in concert to create a comprehensive strategy. Electronic support is the eyes and ears of EW, focusing on the collection, analysis, and interpretation of electromagnetic signals. It's like gathering intelligence about your opponent's moves in the chess game, helping to detect threats and provide crucial situational awareness. Then we have electronic attack, the offensive aspect of EW. Imagine being able to disrupt your opponent's moves, deceive them, or even take out their pieces on the chessboard. That's what electronic attack does by actively using electromagnetic energy to interfere with, deceive, or damage enemy electronic systems. Lastly, there's electronic protection. It's about defending your own pieces on the chessboard, taking measures to shield your own electronic systems from the enemy's electronic attacks. This includes hardening electronic systems and employing countermeasures. While not always considered a traditional part of EW, cyber warfare is a close cousin. It uses digital means to compromise or manipulate enemy information systems, networks, and data. Cyber warfare and EW often work hand in hand, both focusing on disrupting the enemy's ability to communicate and operate effectively. Advances in technology have continually shaped and reshaped the landscape of electronic warfare, leading to the development of more sophisticated systems, such as unmanned electronic warfare aircraft and software-defined radios. Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning are also being harnessed to further enhance EW capabilities. Now that we have a basic understanding of electronic warfare, let's delve deeper into its various components. Firstly, we explore the realm of electronic support, a vital cog in the wheel of electronic warfare. Electronic support, often abbreviated as ES, is a fascinating field that delves into the collection, analysis, and interpretation of electromagnetic signals. The primary purpose of electronic support is threefold. First, it is used for intelligence gathering. This involves capturing and analyzing the enemy's electronic emissions to gain valuable insights into their capabilities, operations, and intentions. And second, it serves as a means of threat detection. By monitoring the electromagnetic spectrum, electronic support can identify potential dangers before they become immediate threats. Lastly, it contributes to situational awareness by providing real-time information about the operational environment. A key aspect of electronic support is signal intelligence, or SIGINT. This is the practice of intercepting signals not openly available to the public, with the goal of extracting valuable information. These signals can be anything from radio communications between enemy units to data transmissions from a remote-controlled drone. Closely related to SIGINT is electronic intelligence, also known as ELINT. While SIGINT focuses broadly on signals, ELINT zeroes in on non-communication signals. These are generally electronic emissions from radar and other systems that aren't used for communication but nonetheless provide valuable information. By detecting and identifying these emissions, electronic support can gain insights into the enemy's electronic capabilities and deployments. In essence, electronic support is the eyes and ears of electronic warfare. It's the initial step that sets the stage for the rest of the electronic warfare operations. It's about listening, learning, and understanding the electronic landscape. It's about finding the invisible trails that lead to the enemy and their intentions. With a firm grasp on electronic support, we can move on to the next piece of the puzzle: electronic attack. Next up is electronic attack, where the offensive use of electromagnetic energy comes into play. Imagine a chess game, but instead of knights and pawns, we've got invisible waves of energy. That's electronic attack, or EA for short. It's about using electromagnetic energy to disrupt, deceive, or even damage enemy electronic systems. The first method in the EA arsenal is jamming. Picture this: you're trying to listen to your favorite radio station, but all you can hear is static. That's similar to what jamming does to enemy communications, radar, or navigation systems. It interferes, drowns out, or overpowers the enemy's signals with noise, making it difficult for them to communicate or navigate effectively. But jamming isn't the only trick up EA's sleeve. There's also spoofing, a more deceptive strategy. In spoofing, false signals are transmitted to confuse or mislead enemy sensors or communication systems. It's like a master of disguise, infiltrating enemy lines, causing chaos and confusion without being detected. For instance, consider an enemy radar system looking for incoming aircraft. Spoofing might send out signals that mimic the radar echoes of multiple fake aircraft, causing the enemy to see a swarm of incoming planes where there are none. Meanwhile, the real aircraft can slip past unnoticed. These methods of electronic attack are powerful tools in the modern battle space, but they require careful planning, precise execution, and cutting-edge technology. It's not just about who has the biggest guns anymore. In the world of electronic warfare, it's about who can control the electromagnetic spectrum, who can silence the enemy's communications, who can make the enemy see ghosts. And remember, this isn't science fiction, this is happening right now in military operations around the world. Electronic attack is a key aspect of modern warfare, a game of electromagnetic chess that can tip the balance of power in a conflict. With the knowledge of how electronic attacks work, let's shift our focus to the defense mechanisms in electronic warfare. Electronic protection. In a world of electronic warfare, defense is as crucial as offense. Enter electronic protection. This facet of electronic warfare focuses on the essential task of safeguarding our own electronic systems from the onslaught of enemy attacks. It's not just about throwing punches. It's about how well you can dodge them too. Let's imagine a battlefield, not of bullets and tanks, but of invisible electromagnetic waves. These waves, carrying potentially destructive electronic attacks, are tirelessly seeking out our systems. Electronic protection is our shield in this battlefield, our bastion against the electromagnetic onslaught. At the heart of electronic protection are two key strategies: hardening electronic systems and employing countermeasures. Hardening electronic systems involves strengthening them against potential attacks. This could mean physically fortifying hardware against damage or enhancing software to resist hacking and jamming attempts. It's like armoring a knight. The stronger the armor, the better the knight can withstand blows. But what if the enemy finds a chink in the armor? That's where countermeasures come in. Countermeasures are tactics used to reduce the effectiveness of an enemy's electronic attack. These can be as simple as frequency hopping to avoid jamming, or as complex as employing advanced encryption to secure communications. It's akin to a knight swiftly dodging an incoming strike or using a shield to deflect it. In the realm of electronic warfare, hardening and countermeasures go hand in hand. They are the yin and yang of electronic protection, the two halves that form a comprehensive defense. Together, they ensure our electronic systems remain operational, even in the face of the most formidable electronic attacks. The need for robust electronic protection cannot be overstated. As technology advances, so do the threats. And as these threats evolve, so must our defenses. In this never-ending game of cat and mouse, electronic protection keeps us one step ahead. As we navigate through the complexities of electronic warfare, remember this: offensive capabilities may win battles, but it's the defensive strategies that win wars. And in the world of electronic warfare, electronic protection is our winning defense. Having covered the defensive aspect, it's time to look at the platforms that make electronic warfare possible. The tools of the trade in electronic warfare are as varied as they are advanced. The stage for these high-tech battles is set on various military platforms, each uniquely equipped for the task at hand. Let's take specialized aircraft, for instance. They're designed to be the eyes and ears in the sky, equipped with state-of-the-art sensors and jammers. An example is the EA-18G Growler, a formidable airborne electronic attack aircraft. These aircraft can detect, intercept, and jam enemy electronic emissions, disrupting their communication and navigation systems. Moving from the sky to the ground, we find ground-based systems. These are often mobile, allowing for versatile positioning. They can detect incoming threats and provide electronic attack capabilities to jam and deceive enemy radar and communication systems. Naval vessels too play a critical role. They're armed with advanced electronic warfare systems to protect the fleet from electronic attacks, while also carrying out electronic attacks of their own. But the tools of electronic warfare aren't limited to the physical realm. The digital battlefield of cyber warfare is also a crucial component. Here, digital means are used to compromise or manipulate enemy information systems, networks, and data. This digital disruption goes hand in hand with traditional electronic warfare, amplifying its effectiveness. The development of these platforms and systems doesn't stop here. The field of electronic warfare is in a state of constant evolution, driven by advances in technology. One example of this is the rise of unmanned electronic warfare aircraft. These pilotless systems can venture into high-risk areas, providing a safer and more efficient way to carry out electronic warfare operations. Moreover, software-defined radios offer flexibility and adaptability, changing their behavior based on the software they run. This allows them to be updated and modified to respond to new threats and tactics. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning are also making their mark. They're being used to automate threat detection and response, making electronic warfare systems faster and more effective. As we've seen, electronic warfare is a dynamic field, constantly evolving with advancements in electronics and technology. It's a battle of wits, where the side with the most advanced tech and the best tactics often comes out on top. As we approach the end, it's time to consolidate our understanding of electronic warfare. We've delved into the multifaceted world of electronic support, where the collection, analysis, and interpretation of electromagnetic signals serve as the backbone of intelligence gathering, threat detection, and situational awareness. We've explored the aggressive realm of electronic attack, using electromagnetic energy as a weapon to disrupt, deceive, or damage enemy electronic systems. Alongside this, we've understood the importance of electronic protection, the defensive measures taken to safeguard our own electronic systems from enemy attacks. Lastly, we've seen how various military platforms, from specialized aircraft to ground-based systems, form the bedrock of effective electronic warfare operations. We've also touched on the role of cyber warfare and the impact of modern developments like artificial intelligence and machine learning on the evolution of electronic warfare. Remember, in the ever-evolving theater of modern warfare, staying ahead in the electronic battle space is a key determinant of victory.